We're going to continue our discussion for introductory topics by discussing degrees, minutes, and seconds in this video. Now we're going to use our calculator to be able to calculate the degrees, minutes, and seconds, but maybe when we're talking trig, there might be applications for me to get very, very specific in the measurement of a particular angle. And when I do that, I can measure things even more minutely by talking about the minutes and the seconds of a particular degree. Now, just so that you understand, there are 60 minutes in 1 degree, and there are 60 seconds, of course, in 1 minute. In 1 minute. Now, these would be the conversion factors if we were going to do this by hand, but we're going to go ahead, like I said, and let our calculator do these calculations for us. But just so you have some understanding of where they're coming from, that's why I wrote them up there. The other thing you need to be aware of, since we are talking about degrees, minutes, and seconds, you need your calculator to be in degree mode before we begin. So if you don't know how to do that, you want to pull your calculator up. Okay, so I'm on my home screen right now, and right here next to the second button, or next to your blue button, is the mode button. So I'm just going to click mode, and it's going to bring me to the screen where I get to change what's going on in the calculator. There we go. So you can see that it's flashing up here for normal. What I want to do is I'm going to use the down arrow to go to radians, and I'm going to arrow over to degrees, and see how degrees is highlighted there. I'm going to hit enter. Now degrees is flashing black, and I know I am in the correct mode. And in trigonometry within this class, we're going to be switching back and forth between both radian and degree modes. Okay, so your calculator defaults to radian. That's what it should be when you first open it up, and we're going to change it to the degree mode for this particular lesson. So if I want to go back to the home screen, I'm going to hit second mode, which takes me back. Now, what we want to look at here is I want to be able to add 51 degrees 29 minutes to 32 degrees 46 minutes. Now, you would have to carry and do some addition that we just really don't want to worry about doing by hand, because we can do this in the calculator. So we're going to enter these things into the calculator. And one other thing I should point out, this little mark, this little tick mark at the top of, to the right of the 9, that stands for minutes. And I'll show you in a second what the seconds look like. So this is the degree symbol, this is the minute symbol, and in a minute we'll look at the second symbol. So I want to be able to add 51 degrees 29 minutes to 32 degrees 46 minutes. So we're going to pull the calculator up. Let me slide it over here so I can show you. So we would enter 51 as normal. But here is an area we're going to be using a lot. It's called Second Apps, and it's going to take me to the angle menu, which is what we're going to use in trig. So I hit Second Apps, and it brought me to this menu here, and you can see I have a degree symbol, a minute symbol, along with some other things. So I'm going to hit the number 1. And it put next to my 51 degrees the little degree symbol. So I say 29. I need to go back and tell it, so I hit second apps, that I need to choose the option number 2. So I have 51 degrees 29 minutes. I'm going to add that to 32 degrees. So again, I go second apps, choose option 1, 46 minutes, second apps, number 2, we hit enter, and it gives me the value back in 84.25 degrees. Now, if I wanted to answer this question, because you're going to be asked this on your homework, I need to give the answer back in degrees, minutes, and seconds. So I'm going to ask the calculator to convert this degree, this decimal degree value, into degrees, minutes, and seconds. So we go second, apps, choose option number 4. So this is degrees, minutes, and seconds. It's going to take my answer and convert it into that. And there you can see it put it into 84 degrees, 15 minutes with 0 seconds, which is the answer that I'm going to look for. Okay, so if I'm given something in degrees, minutes, and seconds, unless I'm asked to give it back in a different form, I want to return the answer in the mode or the method we were already using. So this is 84 degrees, 15 minutes. Okay, let's try that again for this problem right here. This time I'm going to take 90 degrees and subtract 73 degrees, 12 minutes. So I would hit 90 degrees, so second apps, number 1, minus 73 degrees, 12 minutes. Second apps, number 2, enter. It gave it back to me again as a decimal value, but I want to return it in degrees, minutes, and seconds, so we're going to convert it. So I go back to my angle menu and I choose option number 4. And here you can see I have the value 16 degrees, 48 minutes, which is the portion that I want to use over here. So we'll just handwrite this in. 16 degrees, 48 minutes. Okay, so you can see how we're letting the calculator do these calculations for us. I've already kind of shown you how I would convert between decimal degrees and degrees, minutes, and seconds, but we haven't had one yet where we had a degree, minute, and second. So that's what we're going to do next. So on my calculator, I'm going to enter in 78 degrees using our angle menu, 78 degrees, 8 minutes, number 2, but notice I don't have anything down here. The next available option to me is, this is a little R if you can't see it, and I don't need R, I need seconds. So we're going to choose option number 2 to finish off 78 degrees, 8 minutes, but for the 14 seconds I'm going to type in 14, and I'm going to use this down here. It's a green key, and I'm going to hit alpha plus. And if you see, there was a green key up there that looked like this double quotation mark. And because it's green, I know to use the green button up here to get me to that menu. So I'm going to take 78 degrees, 8 minutes, 14 seconds. So this ends up returning for me 78.14 degrees. And we'll put that over there. Now let's do that again. Only this time I'm going to take my decimal degree value and convert it into the degrees, minutes, and seconds. So we put in, just like we do a normal calculator, 34.817, and I want to convert that, I want to convert it using the angle menu one more time. And I'm going to choose option number 4. So this returns for me 34 degrees, 49 minutes, and 1.2 seconds. And it's all right for you to get a decimal value over there on the seconds portion. We're just letting the calculator do the calculations for us.